Hello again and welcome to GenX A to Z. I'm Mo, and in this series we're looking at the top toys and games of Generation X. And in this episode, T is for Trivial Pursuit. Trivial Pursuit is a unique game in that one second you feel like you're ready for Mensa, and the other second you're trying to figure out how you got past 3rd grade. It was released in 1981, but really hit its peak in 1984, where it sold over 20 million copies. And the object of the game is simple: roll dice, move around the board, and answer general knowledge questions. What makes the game truly challenging is that you can't just answer a general question about stuff you know. You have to answer a question about one of several categories. The original game had geography, entertainment, history, art and literature, science and nature, and sports. So while a person could be good at one or even two of the categories, the odds of somebody being good at all of them are pretty darn small, which makes the game incredibly challenging. And the difficulty of the questions really varies widely. I mean, I've seen sports questions which ask, how many periods are there in hockey? And also sports questions that had horse racing, the Triple Crown is awarded to the horse that wins what 3 races? Sure, there's some people that definitely know those answers, but somebody knowing all of them is pretty darn small. And the other thing that makes this game really challenging and kind of fun is that in order to win the game, you have to answer a question at the very end where the topic is selected by the other players. So they're going to, of course, find your weakest subject and quiz you on it. I remember playing this game with my dad and some friends. We got to the end and it was one of those things that my dad was like, had to get this last question. So we found one and we're like, oh, there's no way he can get this. And the question was, who lives at 11 Downing Street? So we reached for the dice, smug in our knowledge that we were going to go again. And my dad looks at us and says, oh, that's the Chancellor of the Exchequer. The what? I had no idea who the Chancellor of the Exchequer even was, much less where he lived. For those of you out there who don't know who the Chancellor of the Exchequer is, well, you have Wikipedia, go look it up. But that was one of the beauties of the game though. You can get the strangest odd question that you just happen to know the answer to, and you could Slumdog Millionaire your way into a win. Trivial Pursuit is incredibly popular, and they did over 50 different variations of it. They do specialty ones, like one for Star Wars fans, one for Harry Potter. I mean, you name it, there was probably a Trivial Pursuit version out there for you. There was some criticism that some of these other variants were dumbing down the game, but I don't agree with that. I think they were just trying to make it more accessible. And it must have worked because they have sold over 100 million copies of this game in over 26 countries. There's been TV shows and also computer game versions of this as well that you can play at home. So for giving my self-esteem many, many nights of ups and downs, T is for Trivial Pursuit.
Don't miss the rest of this A to Z series. Click right here to subscribe and enable those notifications. Use the comments down below to tell us what you think, and while you're there, a thumbs up would be great too. Please share this online wherever you hang out, and connect with GXG on social networks by clicking right here.